9%. Almost halved the rendering by not accessing maps every frame. Hey, hello, how are you? I continue playing with Macroquad engine, and previously I was playing around with their platformer code, and what we did was I made an animating sprite, and I actually used it to substitute this guy, and when I run it, there it is. I made my simple slime thing animate and walk around. Nice. So today I want to concentrate on the level itself, the Tilemap. Actually, let me remove the debug information I have. So there's my debug. Bam. What I found concerning for myself is that they draw the entire thing, the entire map, with sprite X. So they tap into every tile and they draw texture X. Sorry. And I found that this method is very computation intensive. They provide some rotation stuff, etc. But for a tile map, this is not needed, and I decided to play around with meshes. So Macroquad provides a possibility to create meshes. And in this example here, I made a simple mesh of a quad, a simple rectangle. So I provided a bunch of vertices, one at position 0, another at position x 100 and 0y, then this and this and this. So technically it's becoming like this. So first vertex here, second here, third one here, and the fourth one here. And of course, it's very important for OpenGL based renderers to provide counterclockwise, no wait, clockwise indices specifying from which point to which point create a triangle. So 0, 1, 2 would mean from zeros go to 1, then to 2, this forms the triangle, and then from zeros go to third one, and to fourth one, and this forms another thing. And also they provide the possibility to specify the UV texture coordinate. So this is a top left corner, this is top most right corner, bottom right corner, and bottom left corner. And with that, you must have seen already when I draw the mesh way below, it actually displays right here, and I provided some basic colors for each vertex to show it around. So in this session I actually wanted to iterate through all tiles we have and show, well, maybe at least the top corner of the texture assigned from UVs, because this method is very intensive in rendering, and they actually render it through fetching the layer by name. So every frame you go into a map, extract it, and then display it. I don't like this approach, but the engine does allow us to render stuff. So I hope you're still with me. So another interesting thing was the debug information here. I used it for a purpose. their platform input, like this platformer example, uses basic colliders, and this basic collider actually searches for tiles that have at least some tile information for display, and I assemble those collidable tiles in here, and I gather their X, Y position, and this is how I was able to draw the debug information over here. And since I am able to draw debug information, I can actually use this debug information to build my mesh. See, I render the squares at X, Y positions provided with known tile size. So I guess now I can actually build my vertices with that information, or build my rectangles with that information. Right. So this is the mesh 1. All right. So this is the weird texture display from the top left corner I showed before. So if I make another mesh like this, I need to build vertices first. So I'm going to create a list of mutable list. Let mute tile verts equal to, what was the vertex? So this is supposed to be a vector. Yes, vec of verts. All right, vec bang this. Also, I need tile indices of type U16. All right, we are getting somewhere. So when I iterate these, I know it's not correct. I know I could use some sort of iterator, a reducer, or some sort of squasher, but I want to build a quad So I am building a quad. Wait. Why is my... I want to build... tile words. Alright, let's do it like this. Let sub vert equal to vector of this and this. Oh, come on. I thought I copied it. So it's going to be way more interesting for me to do it like this. So the position is supposed to be X. Is it float? All right. X as F32. Y as F32. Z is going to be just this. For now, this is going to be top left corner. I'm gonna use white for this. The second one will be, so this needs to be X as this plus width of a tile plus, how was I supposed to get a width of a, let's hard code it for now. So let width as 8, let height as 8 as well. So this is supposed to be this. This is still this. So our texture, so this is supposed to get the rightmost top position of a quad. I was going to use just the first tile in a way. So this is the texture I used to draw this tile set. So yeah, this is going to be tile set width. And it's going to be 8, width divided by this. So I need to get a fraction of so the texture width, yeah, it's in pixels, but it still is supposed to be a value between 1 and 0. So this is just getting the portion between 0 and 1. Why is this not F32? All right, needs some this. Nope. F32, why? The hell is this? Cannot cast dereference X. Alright. This is weird, but if Rust needs it, then I will provide it. And still this is this. I'm going to refactor this later on when you don't see me struggle. So this is done. Now this is going to be x plus width, and this is going to be y plus height. This is going to be width divided by this, just to get the thing. Yeah, and the texture coordinate is height. Height. Also, this needs to be white. All right. So this also needs to be x, just x. This is y plus height. This is just 0, and this is just like here. All right. Now, am I able to tilewords add or push? Just a value? Can I just add everything from another array? Append another, moves all the elements of other into self. So I'm able to use append. Append value of these subverts. Again, this is not a correct way of coding this, but this needs to be mutable. And this is not this. Immutable reference. This, that mutable. All right. So it has eaten it. All right. So at this moment, I have. So I need to create indices. And at this moment, my last index, I need to sequentially add triangles. You know, as I create more and more meshes, I need to create indices sequentially by adding 4 items, but let us see. So last index is tilewords lengths. All right. And over here, the indices is just this. Actually, I'm going to create it in the same manner. Let indices equals to this. Oh, it needs to be vector of these. Come on. So yeah. All right. And I'm just going to add stuff to it. 0 plus last index, 1 plus last index, 2 plus last index, this plus last index, and this. Save. What? Oh, last index is not as U size. No, U16. All right. So this should be fine. Now, tile words, tile indices can also append on. So this needs to be mutable at this point. Append indices. Oh. At mute this. So, sorry. So technically we have built all the needed vertices and indices, and I guess if I just make this tile mesh, so vertices is going to be something from over there. So the name was tile verts, bam. Tile indices is going in here. Texture is going to be still this. All right. And let's hope that this worked fine. And I will draw a mesh just with this. So there's an error. So why is this like this? I don't know. The hell happened here? Did my code formatter just mess it up? Interesting. VS Code just fucked up my... Jesus Christ. Alright, so this is where having examples at hand help a lot. So let mute colliders. Let mute colliders. A vector of something. Why is this suddenly... Where is static colliders? Oh, it renamed a bunch of things. All right. VS Code did this the first time for me. Stay hydrated. All right, so this is done, and let's hope it works and doesn't crash. All right. So I was able to draw something, but I don't know what this is. This is interesting. So let me not draw this. Oh, x needs to be multiplied by width. Oh, yes, the mesh is way too small. Yeah, let's actually remove that. Apparently, this needs to be multiplied by width. Y needs to be multiplied by height. This needs to be multiplied by width. Just to have proper offset. Let's deal with the width first. And yeah, this needs to be also multiplied by width. And let's deal with the height. Multiply by height. This is multiplied by height. And this is multiplied by height. There's so much stuff to refactor. Alright, cool. So I was able to create a mesh out of the very first tile information, just using the non-empty tile information of the map. It's not as intriguing, actually. Yeah, there needs to be a way to get the rect of the... Oh, actually, I know the way to get the rect. I looked it up. Where was it? Was it in... Nope. So... You know what? I'm going to leave it beyond this session. I was able to create a mesh, and quite frankly, I don't need to draw it from here using this. What is this? All right. So yeah, this is not needed for me. So I'm not drawing the original tile set with original functionality. I am using my mesh rendering capability. All right. I wonder if it's fast. So we are at 17 CPU percent, which is rather low for this MacBook, considering I'm also showing this and recording. And if I bring that back, and don't show this mesh, how fast will it go? 24. Oh, I'm rendering the debug information as well. That doesn't count. Wait. So it was 17. It was 17% before. And with the original display information, like a Macroquad's rendering capability, still 24. Oh, 15. I'm not drawing the lines as well, so let us 16.2. Alright, so it's on par actually with the original drawing of the level. But I don't like this approach. I like my models to be pre-made. So now it's not rendering the debug lines underneath, so that was probably messing up my rendering showcase. 9. I literally just halved tile rendering stuff by not accessing layers from I'm not accessing layer information from a map like they have in the original, so I halved it. Let's bring it back. So let's bring this back and not show this. Yep. So this is rendering with original Macroquad's display method of tiles. 15%. It's 15%. And if we draw meshes instead of this, can you see how many mathematics was inside of tile rendering from Macroquad original implementation? It was consuming so much CPU, so it is initializing 10, 9%, almost halved the rendering by not accessing maps every frame. Cool, 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 cool. I halved the Macroquad rendering stuff. Alright, well, this was quite interesting for me. I hope it was interesting for you. And yeah, I will make the rendering of tiles accessing correct texture information, but this is quite impressive already. We decreased rendering speed. Oh, increased rendering speed. Macroquad did a great job of actually providing basic methods to draw stuff, and by utilizing their core functionality, I mean, look at how much stuff we could achieve right now in just half an hour. How long have I been testing this? All right, see you next time.